A very good evening to one and all present here. Dreams come true if we can pursue them, overcoming the fear of failures. With this quote, in this evening, Engineers Crew welcomes you all for the webinar on PUBG after graduation by Mr. Nagadeeraj Reddy, Flipkart, Bangalore. The Engineers Crew is a mass of enthusiastic engineers who aspire to motivate and upskill like minded engineers to discover and world the world of science. Our scientific journey commenced in 2019. Throughout this, we have conducted various workshops and various topics like PCB designing and fabrication, Internet of Things, product development, robotics, aero modeling, app development, and cloud computing. We still deliver more lectures on industrial automation, prototype development, project internships, and we have even include many facilities for incubation centers too. Engineers Crew is a proud recipient of Chief Minister's Award for e-governance in Tamil Nadu. And today we have the expert, Mr. K. Nagadeeraj Reddy. He has completed his bachelor's in electronics and communication engineering at Savita Engineering College in the year 2014. He started his career as a software engineer analyst at Accenture Services Private Limited. He extended his quest for knowledge for pursuing PGDRM from the Institute of Rural Management, Anand, that is IRMA, with expertise in managing imports, analysis of the seasonality and price trends, and managing end-to-end F&B category businesses all over Hyderabad and Bangalore. Mr. Nagadeeraj Reddy was working in Bigbasket and he has currently shifted to business developer at Flipkart Bangalore. We are very happy to have you with us, Mr. K. Nagadeeraj Reddy, and the session is yours.
Thanks, ma'am. Hope my screen is visible to everyone.
No, the screen is actually not visible.
Give me a second. Yeah. Hi everyone, this is Nagadeeraj. As I already got an intro from Padmapriya ma'am. So let us deep dive into the topic which I am going to take today. Today's my topic is PUBG after graduation, a career game we all play. So a small disclaimer before starting into the presentation. So all characters in the title are nowhere related to the subject. The author or presenter never played PUBG in his entire life. It is just a bait to attract the audience. Author or presenter never intended to disappoint the expectations of the audience. But yeah, I'll mix up a little bit of PUBG in this presentation. So let us discuss about the things which is happening right now around the world. So these are the four words we are constantly listening from last 6 months. First one is COVID, second one is recession, economic slowdown, and fourth one is ban China. And the recession and economic slowdown are the impacts because is a result of the impact of COVID-19. And ban China is a Indian scenario where we are having border tensions with the China from last June, and it is continuing and it is escalating. And right now, though it has stopped to an extent, but still in the minds of the people, we don't want to get China products. We want to ban the China products. This is the sentiment which is going around us. So let us discuss about all these four topics. As I said, recession and economic slowdown is because of the COVID-19 around the world. It's around the world scenario. And ban China is a scenario which is particularly for India. It's a sentiment in India. So it is like I'm as a 25 20 26 27 year old, this is the first time I'm seeing type of implications around, right? I mean, most of us of this generation have never seen anything like this, sitting at the homes and because of a pandemic, we are all sitting at the homes, and we are just spending time most of the times at house, and we are wearing masks, we are afraid to go outside. So but still, because of these COVID-19, there are some positive implications. There is always some good out of bad, right? So because of the COVID-19, as world knows that China is main responsible for COVID. uh, there is a manufacturer shift from China. You all know China is a manufacturer. It's a manufacturer hub for most of the electronic products and most of the products around the world. So there is a shift in this manufacturers from China, and this shift is happening because of the COVID-19. And being a low cost production place, we as an India, we have that opportunity to grab this shift of the manufacturers, and there's a shift to low cost IT solutions. Sorry, excuse, because there's a shift of this low cost IT solutions, because IT for the most of the organizations, it's not necessary. I mean, for a banking organization, IT is a supportive function. So now, if I'm into the banking industry, I don't want to invest more on a support function. Because of this ongoing pandemic, I always try to lessen my investments on the on my support businesses, because as a banker, my core business is dealing with the finances. My core business is not IT. So IT is just a support function to me. So I'll always try to move to the low cost IT solutions. And removal of middle level management or recession. You can ask me why this middle level management or recession is a positive impact. I'll just let you know why this is a positive impact for the just passed out engineers or graduates. So this COVID-19, as I said, this is one side, and there is another side sentiment which is pertaining only to India, that is ban China. So because of this ban China movement, there is a call for make in India. There is a movement for make in India. And as an electronics engineers, we have this 50% of the Indian imports from China are electronics. So we have this an opportunity to grab and get and own and get into the electronics engineers. As an electronic engineers, we all have this that opportunity to grab. So in wake of this COVID, central government came up with these three schemes. One is scheme for promotion of electronic components and semiconductors. Another one is production linked incentive system. Third one is modified electronic manufacturing cluster. So how these schemes help a electronic engineer like us? So this help in a very big way, because we always want to be either a entrepreneur or an employee. If you want to be an entrepreneur into the segment of electronics and electronics segment, this first scheme, as I said, specs scheme for promotion of electronic components and semiconductors, this help you in a very big way, because government is giving a 25% of loan without an interest as a subsidy to all the people who are into this industry right now, as part of this scheme announced by the prime minister in the March April, on the wake of this epidemic. So another two programs, one is PLI and another one is EMC 2.0. It helps to the companies where they already into the in the industry. They're already into the competition. So which will help them if they produce an electronic component. There is a linked, if there is an incentive system linked to it. If I produce an electronic component here in India right now, in one of the hubs, either in Tamil Nadu or in Karnataka, I get an incentive based on my production numbers. This is the recent scheme given by the government in April, as I said. So because of these schemes, first scheme will help the entrepreneurs who want to do something in the electronics industry, which will help overall ecosystem of the industry, because more people willing to invest will come because of the first scheme, and those who are already invested because of this second and third schemes, it will help to get more subsidies because of this subsidized schemes of this EMC 2.0 and PLI. The industry will bloom. This is for electronics engineer, and so but still it takes some time because this is an this is electronics industry is such an industry where you need time and infrastructure to set up. So it takes a time of year or two. Though we have a positive implications, these are not immediate implications. So, as I said in my previous slide here, removal of mid-level management or recession, how this will help freshers, because recession always helps freshers in the service sector. This is how the pyramid looks out in a traditional employment system, where you see a large pie of employees, then on top of it supervisors, on top of it managers, and then the CEO. So this is we call it as employment pyramid. This we call it in any industry. But when as I said, though there is a buzz in the core sector, it might not take all the freshers or all the employees out there in the core sector. So it takes time to get into such a level of employment generation. But right now we are the biggest service providers in the IT sector. So in this traditional employment pyramid, you can see that employees, CEO or management you can call. This is how the pie looks, and this is how the cost for the company looks. So what will happen? The first asked people are the managers, not either employees or supervisors, because it is known in the service sector that with a cost of one manager, you can have 5 to 6 just entry level engineers. So what they do, they cut the cost there and they increase the employees here, so that even though there is a less productivity, but overall productivity will not get affected. So this is how recession will help the freshers in the service sector, which you can already see that most of the service sector companies are ready to give the offer letters, and which they already promised, and even some of the companies are still hiring even after 3 4 months of this pandemic. So there will be always three types of audiences here. One is one who want a job, like a person. I don't want anything else because of my capability or my family pressure also, or the my background. Some one person will always want to do job. So it is one type of audience, and second one is the person who want to invest in something, who want to invest and be an entrepreneur because he has that risk taking abilities. And third person is one who is confused, and he's right now he's right now he doesn't have anything right now he doesn't have any idea of what to do. So these are there are three types of audiences. So I always say that it is, if you're into the third category, who is little confused of what I want to do after my graduation or right now in the life, don't worry, it is better to be confused. It will always help, because if you are confused, you have multiple things to try, unlike the first two. But so this is how it helps, this is how it happens. But all these three people, whether you want to have a job, or whether you want to give a job, or whether you are convinced between the two or between something else, these are the skills you need to have. Uh, so there is a survey by LinkedIn. This is the survey: hard skills versus soft skills. So which is, as a hiring person, which is the highest skill a person looks into? One is this is when they asked an employer, I mean a company, whether what are the things you see you see in a you see in a guy who comes for an interview. This is the answer they got from the employers. 30% of people said we only look at the soft skills. 62% said soft skills and hard skills, and only 8% said only hard skills is enough and we don't care about soft skills. And And as it is again, it is the same survey by LinkedIn where it says that 45% of the people are who normally get rejected are because of lack of soft skills, and 44% is because of both soft and hard skills. 11% rejectees are only because of the hard skills. If as an interviewer, if I go to the company and if I see if this guy has a soft skill and hard skill problem, I'll reject him. Only 11% of the people are rejected because of the hard skills. But you can see the number, which is almost 89% where typically lack soft skills. So soft skills is something which you need to inculcate. It is not something which you get by learning in an education, learning through your education. It is always you get it through practice. You won't get it just because you study from a reputed organization, a reputed company, a reputed college. You won't get that type of skill. So you need to inculcate by practice or something, or one way or other. You need to practice a lot, and you need to inculcate those things. So what are these hard skills and soft skills? So now the things are like, I already showed you a pie of survey from LinkedIn, and according and what is the hard skill? Hard skill is something which is technical, which we call normally as technical knowledge. Either it must be a software proficiency, or a programming skills, or a machine operation. If you're not part of software industry, if you take it as a hardware industry, it is machine operation or something where that can be quantified or measured. I mean, if you have done a program with zero errors, it is measured, right? I mean, your skills are too good, and you have operated a mission, or you have produced x number of mobiles within a short span of time through your capabilities. This is a hard skill, which it is called as hard skill. Then what is soft skill? Soft skills, you can see a lot of soft skills. I mean, but for me it is majorly categorized into two. One is communication, another one is networking. This is how I want to I want to show the entire soft skills into these two brackets. What is communication? Communication is everything, whether it is your body language, like how you are presenting yourself in front of the crowd, or how you are presenting yourself in front of your friends. Everything comes into communication. And as I said, this might be your language, the language you speak, the language which you can always inculcate by practice or by something. This is what a communication is. Communication is nothing but is something where you are able to make the person opposite to you understand the things. It can be through body language. It can be through the through the message you type. This all comes under a communication. You might be very good at the hard skill, but hard skill is something you can learn, but soft skill is something you get it through practice. And another important thing is networking, which is very big thing right now in the industry, or in entire employment world. More the network you have, and uh, more the opportunities you get. So there are two types of networking. One is, in my left side you can see Instagram. All these symbols you are very much aware about: Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. These are the social networking sites where you can you go, you network with the people you have similar idea, I mean similar tastes, and people with similar background. You network it a lot in these three sites. And according to a survey, most of the people, they spend in either one of these sites most of their time, most of their free time. So it is as important. The other one which I'm showing, the right side, the LinkedIn, is as important as, or even much more important, for an young grad, or for an employee to have an this is as a social networking, you need to have an employee networking. As how you connect with your friends with similar tastes in the outside world, You need to connect with the employees or the people with the similar interests in the job you're doing. So how this LinkedIn works, I mean, LinkedIn will help you to collaborate with the people of similar tastes, to help you to seek opportunities. I mean, if you're very good at with one skill, like for example, if you are very good with the programming, you can seek opportunities through LinkedIn. For example, if you are very good with VLSA design or something, you cannot go and ask someone in the someone. It is not what I can say. It is not proper to ask someone in the Facebook about VLSA. You cannot connect uh, because Facebook is something, it is very personal. I mean, Facebook, or as I said, the personal social networking apps, is something which is personal. You will try to keep your private things out. So he might, a person who is very good in that area, for example, as I said, VLSI, he may not reply you in the Facebook. He would have thought why this creeper is messaging in this site. But if you do the same in the LinkedIn, you will get a collaboration. uh, you will get a collaboration with the right type of people, and you can seek opportunities from them, and you can publish your work, as I said. So the time you spend should almost 50-50%. I cannot say you don't spend time in this social networking sites where you have buddies and all, but you can always, it is up to you at which level are you. If you're starting up the career, you want to understand the more about the markets, you want to understand the more, yeah, you have a social networking site which is called as LinkedIn, to link with the people who have the similar interests. And this is this is something I'm saying out of my personal experience. I have reached out to the employers and the people with a similar interest, just not because just for a job. We share common understanding of an industry. So I reach out to them, and some people reach out to me. We discuss a lot about the happenings in industry, where I get an opportunity to learn a lot. So this is the networking which is very important, because you cannot go and get connected with the CEO of a company through your normal, through LinkedIn, through Facebook, or through Twitter, or through the Instagram. But you can get connected, you can get collaborated through LinkedIn, which is a very powerful device according to me, where you can network, you can get a job on your own, in spite of having multiple job portals. It will help you to gain much more exposure. So I'll just define how the hard skill and soft skills. We have spoken about both hard skill and soft skill. Hard skill is like a candy. It's like a chocolate, where it is the right. You will go for the taste, right? If as a person, as a customer, you go, you buy a chocolate, you buy it again because you like the taste, or you like the smell it gives you, the pleasure of eating. It is the hard skill. What is soft skill? The wrapper. Because if a new chocolate comes into the market, I can't go and see what are the attributes in it or anything. I'll just pick it the way because I'll just pick it with the wrapper, by just attractive wrapper. If I go to a shop, I see an attractive wrapper, I pick it because I don't know anything about the product. It is a similar way, because as an interview, I'll not see I'll as an interviewer, I'll not see all the skills you have within an hour, because I cannot judge you in an hour. But if 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 I see, if you through your soft skills, through your the way you demonstrate yourself in front of me, within the 1 hour, I can understand what you are to an extent. Yeah, it is not every time that you buy a right chocolate with a right wrapper. There are that, but most of the times, it is your soft skill which will help you to stand stand in very good position among the crowd. See, if you see these many rappers are there, but you'll get attracted to one or two immediately by seeing it. So this will happen through this will happen because of the soft skills you possess. So as I promised, PUBG is one thing which I said I'll discuss at the end of the session. So I'll just let you know what is this. So because I as I said, right, I mean I kept in my presentation title. So what is PUBG? According to me, PUBG is nothing but first we'll take as a letter practical P. P is nothing but practically passionate. What is practically passionate? You all know this guy, right? Vijay, is Tamil superstar. He's very much passionate about the work he do, and his passion and his living is the same. And there is another guy whom you also know, Ajay. So he is practical. His passion, as most of you know, is not acting. His passion is aeronautics. His passion is doing racing and all. But his livelihood is nothing but acting. So your livelihood and your passion can be one, like Vijay, or your livelihood and passion can be two separate things. Like as I said, like as I said, like as I said, you can see the Ajit, right? His passion is not acting. His passion is aeronautics. His passion is racing. But his earning is through acting. So it is he's practically passionate. So it is up to you to decide whether you belong to Vijay bracket or Ajit bracket. Whether you are passionate about something, and you also know that you will earn through it. And another thing is whether you are passionate about something else, but you also know that because with your passion you can't earn your livelihood, or you can't be in that league, so you do something else for living. And you also at the same time you also do the things which you have passion for. So you always have to be in this line. Second thing which is very important skill to be in is unique and updated. Any person in India knows this guy. Anyone in India, everyone in India knows this guy. He is he is not as good as actor as his most of his contemporary heroes. He's not as good looking as most of his contemporaries, but he is the superstar right now in India. This is because he's unique. He didn't do the things how others did. He did the things in a separate way. And second thing is, in the later half of his career, you can see he got updated to the audiences. I mean, he got updated to the taste of the audience. And 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 because of this, still he's in the market. He's the leader of the market. It is same up. It applies same to everyone. I mean, you are unique, and you need to be unique and updated. Whether you are doing anything, whether even you are doing a job of a service guy, you need to be unique and and get updated in that skill. Only then you can be in a good position. Or else you will be one among the others. You don't have any unique quality, so you'll be always in the crowd, in the herd. You'll never be known. Best. And one person whom you can see in the film industry who is best, he can go to any extent to give his best. You all know that he can go to any extent to give his best. He plays with his body, he plays with his acting. He can go to any extent to give his best. This same It is same for us too. In whichever work you do, you need to be the best person. Whether you are doing a work in a small hotel, you need to be best. Whether you do you are handling a big company, you are handling a big operations, you are handling a big team, you should be the best. So this one thing you can learn from this guy, to go to any extent for being a best. Growth. I mean, this growth is, as I said, PUBG. P for as I said, PUBG, right? In PUBG, this is the game which is attracting right now. G is for growth, where you can see these two young actors from Tamil Nadu who are entirely different. Um both are ways apart in the acting, but these see the growth in last 10 years of these two actors. This you can see, like every year they are growing themselves. So whether you are part of any organization, whether you are part of any, whether you have your own company, you always see from where you are going to where, what is the growth in next year. Either it is monetary, some people will have monetary growth, some people will see monetary growth, some people will look for growth in the responsibilities. It is up to you, but you should always have some growth, at least a 0.1% of growth in your career from yesterday. This is one thing you can learn from all these four people in the name of PUBG, PUBG. So this is my presentation, guys. Hope you liked it. I'm very much thankful for Karnakaran sir for giving me this opportunity. So if you have any questions, please shoot it.
Thank you, Dheeraj, for the wonderful and very informative session. We'll wait for the questions to be posted on. We have the first question from a participant: how to keep ourselves passionate about the work we are doing or the dream we are going to have?
So it is always like two things. I mean, if you're dreaming about something, there is a way to achieve that. So whether you always want to check whether you are in the line of achieving that path. It might get delayed, but if you are very much passionate about, and you are, as I said, you are having a living through it, you will always get succeed. But it is up to you to understand, because whether the things you are passionate about, and the things things through the how much money you get it through it, because you need money to live. So you can be passionate of something, but you should be practically understand whether you get money through it. So if you have this correct mix of both practicality and passionate, you can always succeed.
We have the next question. A participant has asked whether it is necessary to have a job switch every 2 years. Whether we need to switch our job every 2 years.
See, it's not necessary, but I did switch every 2 years. But it's up to you to see what your organization is giving, and what the other organization which you are going will give you. It is not always monetary things, because one organization might give you a good money, but very poor family balance, work life balance. But there might be one organization where you might get a little less pay, but you also have work life balance. There might be a third company where you don't get work life balance, where you get pay. So it is up to you what you weigh for. For example, a person is as a person, I look for more what I can say, where I'm climbing from one year to another, from where to where. So if you're passionate about something and you like it, it will always be beneficial to switch.
The next question is followed by the second question. Hope so. It is, when should I decide to switch over from the organization where I work? They're asking about the situation when they need to switch over.
So situations are always, with my limited knowledge, I can say, are always a personal experience. One As I said, again, as a person, some will like to have work life balance. Some will like to have only pure goal achievement. Like, I want to, at this age, I want to be earning here, I want to be earning some money. and at this age I want to be in this position. You need to weigh all these things. I mean, it is not a simple answer to say that this is how you need to go, or this is, there is no right path or there is no wrong path. Everybody in the, it's same like life in the career also, will everybody will have a different path. So whether whether the path you are going is giving you the satisfaction, that is what more important to you as a person.
Thank you, Dheeraj. The next question is related about the concepts you explained related to entrepreneurship. They want more details about the PLE techniques.
Elite. Okay, see, these are the three schemes which recently you got from the, as a part of this this package given by the central government. These are the three packages given by the central government in April or May, in the first week, in the end of the April or first week of the May, where central government started trying, because as I said. Indian industry as a part of GDP is just 29 to 30%. So they want to grab this opportunity from the China, and at the same time they want to increase that percentage to next level. So these are the three schemes, as I said, which as aspects are other two, where government is giving an offers to everyone. As I said, specs is for someone who is yet to start an organization. Other two is for already the companies which is already there in the industry. So the guidelines are already there in place. So if you are interested, you can go and see in the government website about these three schemes, where first scheme will be beneficial for the entrepreneurs and the next two schemes are beneficial for the employees.
We have the next question. Should I have my passion separately and my career separately, or should I work hard to bring both together?
So it always depends. See, as I said, your passion might give you an earning, but that earning might satisfy your needs or might not. As I said, for example, I'll take an example of Ajit. I mean, as I said earlier, I'll take an example of Ajit, where you can see Ajit's passion, core passion is not acting. His passion is going for racing is one of his passions, and working with electronic equipment. You could have seen the videos and all. So it is his passion, but his earning is livelihood is through acting. So there will be always two types of two set of things. Whether you are satisfied with your earning, whether you are passionate enough, whether you are getting minimum earning through your passion, or whether you are not getting minimum earning through your passion. So you'll have your passion as one thing in your life, but you will always have another backup as a job or something where you will get an income. So it is up to you to weigh all these things, because you would know better about you if you have the confidence that, for example, even in there are people in racing for who shoemaker, I can say shoemaker or Karthikeyan from India. They took racing as a livelihood, but Ajit didn't took racing as a livelihood because he knows about him. So he took this as acting as a livelihood, and racing and other things as his part of passion. So it is up to you, because you know about you better than anyone else.
The next question is related about taking risk in entrepreneurship.
So
How much level
see,
can we take risk? It may be like leaving the job.
so as I said again, risk is something which is very personal to people, because as a person, I'm more interested to do entrepreneurship, but the background, the individual background, only you will be knowing it, right? I mean, which is what is your background, what is your financial background, and what is the skill set you possess to handle to handle a company. As a person, I didn't start. I mean, I didn't I didn't become an entrepreneur because my skill set to become an entrepreneur, I feel personally my skill set to become an entrepreneur is yet to achieve, because I think I have a lot to earn, a lot to learn to become an entrepreneur. which is my ultimate goal. It is same to everyone. So it all again depends what you want to do as an entrepreneur, whether you already have that skill set, or whether you already have that financial setup or financial understanding. So as I said, each individual journey is different. In each individual entrepreneur journey is different. You might have the same industry. You might be in the same industry, but each entrepreneur will always have a different journey. So it is up to you to weigh the things, and also include the practicality, a small thing called being practical, whether you have that much knowledge, whether if you want to become an entrepreneur, the risk you are taking is much more than being an employee. Because being an employee, you're not already you don't have all the risks. In MBA terminology, if you want to say, you won't have the financial risk if you are part of an organization as an employee. But as an entrepreneur, you will always have that financial risk, and as a financial risk will always come with many more risks. So you should weigh all these things before becoming an entrepreneur.
The next question is related to employment status after COVID. As you
So
mentioned early, the situations have changed. So, what about the employment status?
So right now, see, Indian core employment generating industry in India is service industry, IT industry to be precise. So there are firings happening at middle level, as I said, as I showed in the pyramid. There in the mid level management, there is already there is some firing happening around the companies. I don't want to take the companies and then take the name of the companies, but the hiring process, there is no problem. People are getting hired again at the starting level and all. As I said, that this is the situation of the software industry. We need to wait and see where it goes, because software industry is one industry where you don't need much of an physical investment, where you need to have a system in your hand, and you can connect and you can work. But as far as hardware industry concerned, there are not much updates from last 2-3 months. But yeah, still hope for the better. There are things happening in the back end about movement of companies out of China. Hopefully we get those companies in our country, and we get into that. So this is the current market situation.
Thank you so much, Dheeraj, for a wonderful session and
Thanks.
patiently answering all the questions posted by our participants.
Thanks.
We thank all the participants for attending this webinar. Our next webinar is on 29th August on life transformation and adaptability by Mr. Balaji Agoram, Dell Technologies, Bangalore. Stay connected with us and attend all the webinars in the webinar series by Engineering